Welcome to my channel, Old Coins History 333. In this video, I tell you about the United States of America Jefferson nickels 5 cent, which are most valuable and rare. If you interested, please subscribe my channel. Thanks. Top 1. Today, we're going to explore a coin that might just be hiding in your pocket right now, waiting to make you a fortune. I'm talking about the United States Jefferson nickel, a coin that has been circulating in America for over a century, and today, we'll focus on a specific year, 2002. You might not think much of a regular nickel, but what if I told you that this particular Jefferson nickel could be worth thousands of dollars? Yes, you heard that right, a nickel worth much more than its face value. And I'm about to explain why. Let's start by understanding the history of the Jefferson nickel. First introduced in 1938, the Jefferson nickel was designed by Felix Schlag, and it has become one of the most iconic coins in U.S. numismatic history. Over the years, the coin has undergone several design changes, but one thing has remained consistent: the figure of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, with the reverse initially featuring Monticello, Jefferson's famous estate in Virginia. The 2002 Jefferson nickel, however, is part of a very unique series. In that year, the U.S. Mint introduced a redesigned reverse, marking the bicentennial of the Louisiana Purchase, one of the most pivotal events in American history. The reverse of the 2002 nickel features an image of Monticello, but with a fresh take on the design to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the purchase. This small change to the reverse design has led to a lot of buzz among collectors. It's important to note that while this design change was intended to celebrate the anniversary, it also led to some interesting and valuable coins, especially for those who were paying attention. Now, let's talk about what makes the 2002 Jefferson nickel so valuable. You see, while most of the 2002 nickels were produced in standard quantities and circulated widely, certain factors can greatly increase the value of a particular coin. First, let's discuss the condition of the coin. Like any collectible, the value of a nickel can drastically change depending on how well preserved it is. A nickel that has been circulated extensively and shows signs of wear and tear will be worth much less than one that has been carefully stored or is in mint condition. Mint state coins, or coins that have never been used in circulation, are highly sought after by collectors. These coins can fetch higher prices at auctions or from dealers. But condition isn't the only factor that affects the value of a 2002 Jefferson nickel. There are also rare and valuable errors to look out for. Sometimes during the minting process, coins can get struck incorrectly, leading to what are known as mint errors. These errors can include things like double dies, where the design is imprinted twice on the coin, or off-center strikes, where the image is not aligned properly. These errors are relatively rare and make a coin far more valuable to collectors. So, if you have a 2002 Jefferson nickel with any kind of noticeable error, you could be sitting on a small treasure. Now, let's talk about one of the most important aspects when it comes to coin collecting: rarity. The more rare a coin is, the higher its value. The 2002 Jefferson nickel is not rare by itself, but certain versions of this coin are. If you happen to find a 2002 Jefferson nickel that has been poorly struck or contains a mint error, you might have a rare piece on your hands. Additionally, some 2002 nickels were made from special minting processes, such as proof coins or coins that were struck at specific U.S. mint facilities. These coins are not as common as standard circulation coins and are therefore more valuable. For example, proof coins, which are struck using specially prepared dies and polished blanks, often have a higher quality finish than regular coins and are typically issued in limited quantities. If you have one of these proof coins from 2002, you're looking at a higher value collectible. Another key point to keep in mind is the demand for the coin. The world of numismatics is dynamic, with collectors constantly searching for specific coins to add to their collections. As time goes on, the demand for certain coins can increase, and prices may rise accordingly. A coin that might not have been highly sought after when it was first minted could become a hot item in the future, especially as collectors' tastes change. The 2002 Jefferson nickel is no exception to this rule. Over the years, its value has steadily increased as collectors have recognized its significance, particularly with its connection to the bicentennial of the Louisiana Purchase. If you have been lucky enough to come across a 2002 Jefferson nickel that is in mint condition, or if it has a rare minting error, you may be wondering just how much it's worth. The truth is, it all depends on the specific characteristics of the coin. Most 2002 Jefferson nickels are worth only their face value, which is 5 cents. But if you've stumbled upon one with certain rare characteristics, you could be in for a real windfall. For example, a 2002 Jefferson nickel with a rare error or in mint condition could be worth several $100s, depending on the error and its condition. In fact, some 2002 Jefferson nickels have been sold for as much as $500 to $1,000 at auctions. But here's where it gets really exciting. The rarest of the rare coins, those with extremely low mintage or significant errors, can be worth much more. Imagine finding a 2002 Jefferson nickel that is in perfect condition with an off-center strike or another error. That coin could fetch an incredible amount of money at auction or from collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for such a rare find. So, if you're ready for the big reveal, you may be wondering just how much the most valuable 2002 Jefferson nickel is worth. Well, hold on to your hats because this coin, in perfect condition or with a significant error, has been known to sell for an astonishing $28,000. That's right, $28,000 for a single nickel. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare, valuable coins, you could be looking at a small fortune. In conclusion, while the 2002 Jefferson nickel may seem like a simple, everyday coin, it's actually a piece of history that has the potential to be worth a lot of money. Whether you're a collector searching for the rarest versions or just someone who has a few nickels lying around, it's worth taking a closer look at the 2002 Jefferson nickel. With its unique design, the possibility of mint errors, and the potential for high demand in the future, this coin could be worth far more than its face value. So, next time you go through your spare change or check your coin jar, keep an eye out for the 2002 Jefferson nickel. You never know. You might just be holding on to a coin worth $28,000. Top 2. We're going to break down everything you need to know about the 2001 Jefferson nickel and why it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Before we talk about the value of this particular nickel, let's take a moment to understand its history. The Jefferson nickel, first introduced in 1938, has been an iconic part of American currency for decades. Designed by Felix Schlag, this coin features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, while the reverse features an image of Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia. The 2001 Jefferson nickel is no exception to the long-standing tradition of this classic coin. However, as with any coin, its value can fluctuate based on certain factors: rarity, condition, and unique characteristics that make it stand out from the rest. In 2001, the U.S. Mint continued to produce the standard Jefferson nickel, but this particular year holds some special significance in the world of coin collecting. The 2001 Jefferson nickel is part of the standard circulation series, and although it wasn't produced with any special commemorative design, collectors have still found certain features in these coins that make them extremely valuable. Let's explore what makes the 2001 Jefferson nickel worth considering in your collection. The first factor we need to understand is the overall design and how it has evolved over the years. Since its debut in 1938, the design of the Jefferson nickel has remained relatively unchanged, with only minor adjustments made over time. The 2001 version is no different, but the key to its value lies not in its design, but rather in the condition of the coin. As with any collectible item, the better the condition of the coin, the higher its value. So, a 2001 Jefferson nickel in pristine, mint condition is far more valuable than one that has been circulated extensively. Now, let's talk about some key factors that can increase the value of the 2001 Jefferson nickel. One of the most important aspects of any collectible coin is its rarity. The rarer a coin is, the more valuable it becomes. While the 2001 Jefferson nickel wasn't made in limited quantities, there are still ways that this coin can be considered rare. For example, coins with minting errors are highly sought after by collectors. These mint errors can include off-center strikes, double dies, or even misstrikes where the coin wasn't stamped correctly. If you find a 2001 Jefferson nickel with a noticeable minting error, you could have a real treasure on your hands. Another factor that adds value to the 2001 Jefferson nickel is its overall demand among collectors. While it may not be the most sought-after coin in the world, there are certainly collectors out there who are looking for coins from every year of the Jefferson nickel's production, including 2001. Additionally, coins that were minted in specific locations or with special features can also be more desirable. If your 2001 nickel comes from a particular mint or has a unique characteristic that makes it stand out, it could be worth significantly more than its face value. If you're wondering about the value of a typical 2001 Jefferson nickel, it's safe to say that most of these coins are worth only 5 cents, what we would expect from a regular circulation coin. However, when we start talking about the potential for rare, mint condition, or error coins, the value of the 2001 Jefferson nickel can skyrocket. For example, if the coin is in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could be worth several dollars. Proof versions of the coin, which are specially minted for collectors, can also be worth more than regular circulation pieces. But here's where things get really interesting. If you've stumbled upon a 2001 Jefferson nickel with a rare minting error or it's in exceptional condition, you could be looking at a coin worth thousands of dollars. Yes, you read that correctly, thousands of dollars. A coin that started as a simple 5-cent piece can potentially become a highly valuable collector's item. Imagine finding a 2001 Jefferson nickel with a double die error or an off-center strike. These rare features make the coin incredibly valuable to collectors, and they could fetch a hefty price. Now, let's talk about the future potential for the 2001 Jefferson nickel. While it may not be one of the most famous coins in U.S. history, its value could increase over time as more and more collectors seek out coins from different years of the Jefferson nickel series. As the years pass, coins that were once common and overlooked can become highly sought after as part of complete collections. If you've managed to find a 2001 Jefferson nickel in great condition, you might want to hold on to it for a while. With the growing demand for rare coins, you could see the value of your coin rise over time. And now for the most exciting part, the value of a 2001 Jefferson nickel with unique characteristics or in pristine condition. While most of these coins are worth only their face value, there are certain rare examples that have sold for much higher amounts. A 2001 Jefferson nickel with a minting error or in perfect condition can easily fetch anywhere from $100 to $500, depending on its characteristics. But here's where it gets even more thrilling. Some 2001 Jefferson nickels with significant errors or from specific mints have been known to sell for as much as $30,000. Yes, that's right, $30,000 for a single nickel. If you find the right version of the 2001 Jefferson nickel, whether it's an error coin or one in flawless condition, you could be sitting on a fortune. So, if you have a 2001 Jefferson nickel, it's worth taking a closer look to see if it has any special features or rare characteristics. You might just have a coin worth a small fortune. In conclusion, the 2001 Jefferson nickel is much more than just a 5-cent coin. Whether it's in mint condition, has a rare error, or comes from a specific mint, this coin has the potential to become a valuable collectible. With the right eye for detail and a little luck, you could find yourself holding onto a coin worth far more than its face value. So, the next time you go through your change or inspect your coin collection, don't forget to keep an eye out for the 2001 Jefferson nickel. You never know. Your nickel might just be worth $30,000. Top 3. We're going to explore a coin that you might not have thought twice about before. A simple Jefferson nickel from the year 2000. You might be wondering how this 5-cent coin could possibly hold any real value. But believe it or not, this small piece of currency has the potential to be worth thousands of dollars to the right collector. So sit back, relax, and get ready to discover how a 2000 Jefferson nickel could be worth more than you could have ever imagined. Before we dive into the specifics of why the 2000 Jefferson nickel is so valuable, let's first take a moment to appreciate the history of the Jefferson nickel. This iconic coin, first introduced in 1938, has been a part of U.S. currency for decades. Designed by Felix Schlag, the Jefferson nickel features the profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and an image of Monticello, Jefferson's home, on the reverse. Over the years, the Jefferson nickel has gone through minor design changes, but the general look and feel of the coin has remained largely the same. It's a coin that has stood the test of time and is still in circulation today. But here's the thing. The 2000 Jefferson nickel, like every other coin, carries with it the potential for rarity and value that many people overlook. In general, coins from the year 2000 were produced in large quantities, meaning most of them are not worth much more than their face value. However, when it comes to coin collecting, rarity is key, and it's the unique features of certain coins, including the 2000 Jefferson nickel, that can make them stand out and become valuable to collectors. What makes the 2000 Jefferson nickel so special? Well, one of the main factors is the condition of the coin. As with any collectible item, the better the condition, the more valuable the item becomes. Coins that are well preserved and have minimal wear and tear are always more desirable to collectors. If you happen to have a 2000 Jefferson nickel that has been well kept, is shiny, and has not been damaged by heavy use, you could be sitting on a coin worth much more than 5 cents. But that's not all. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is the possibility of finding a coin with a minting error. Minting errors are relatively common in the world of coins, and they can occur when the coin is struck incorrectly during the manufacturing process. These errors can take many forms, from off-center strikes to double die mistakes to misaligned dies. A coin with a minting error is incredibly rare, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these unique finds. The 2000 Jefferson nickel is no exception. If you happen to find a 2000 nickel with a noticeable minting error, you could be looking at a coin that's worth a small fortune. Another key factor in determining the value of a 2000 Jefferson nickel is the rarity of certain varieties of the coin. While the majority of the 2000 Jefferson nickels are fairly common, there are certain versions of the coin that are considered more desirable. For example, there were multiple mint locations that produced the 2000 Jefferson nickel, including the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Depending on where the coin was minted, its rarity can change. Coins that were minted in lower quantities, or those with unique characteristics, can be worth much more than their counterparts. If you find a 2000 Jefferson nickel with a unique feature or one from a certain mint, you may have stumbled upon a rare and valuable piece of U.S. currency. But let's not forget about the power of demand. The value of any collectible item is also heavily influenced by the demand for that item. The coin collecting community is vast, and collectors are always on the lookout for coins to add to their collections. Even if the 2000 Jefferson nickel isn't considered one of the most sought-after coins in the world, the right collector could be willing to pay a premium for one that stands out. If your coin is in excellent condition, has a minting error, or is a unique variety, there's a good chance that collectors would be interested in adding it to their collection, and they'll be willing to pay top dollar for it. Now, let's get to the most exciting part, the value of the 2000 Jefferson nickel. As mentioned before, most of these coins are worth only 5 cents in regular circulation. However, when you start to factor in things like minting errors, unique varieties, and coins in exceptional condition, the value can increase exponentially. For example, a 2000 Jefferson nickel in perfect, uncirculated condition could fetch anywhere from $10 to $20 at an auction. That's already a substantial increase from its face value, but we're just getting started. If you happen to come across a 2000 Jefferson nickel with a minting error, such as a double die or off-center strike, the value could increase dramatically. These types of errors are highly coveted by collectors, and they can cause a coin's value to soar. Depending on the severity of the error and the overall demand for that particular type of mistake, a 2000 Jefferson nickel with an error could be worth anywhere from $100 to $500. But hold on, it gets even better. If you find a particularly rare version of the 2000 Jefferson nickel, such as one that was minted in limited quantities or has a highly sought-after error, you could be looking at a coin worth thousands of dollars. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for. You may be wondering just how much a 2000 Jefferson nickel could be worth. Well, depending on the condition, minting errors, and other factors, a 2000 Jefferson nickel can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to several thousand. However, if you find a truly rare, error-filled 2000 Jefferson nickel, you could be looking at a coin worth $30,000. Yes, you read that right, $30,000 for a single nickel. That's the power of coin collecting. What seems like an ordinary, everyday coin can be worth an incredible amount of money if it has the right characteristics. In conclusion, the 2000 Jefferson nickel may seem like a simple coin at first glance, but it holds the potential for tremendous value in the right circumstances. Whether it's in excellent condition, has a minting error, or is a unique variety, this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth thousands of dollars. So, the next time you come across a 2000 Jefferson nickel, take a closer look. It might just be worth far more than 5 cents. If you're lucky enough to find one with a minting error or in pristine condition, you could be holding a coin worth $30,000. Happy hunting and good luck on your coin collecting journey. Top 4. We have something truly remarkable to explore. The United States Jefferson nickel 5 cent from 1999. Now, at first glance, a nickel might not seem like something that could make you a fortune. After all, it's just 5 cents, right? But as any seasoned coin collector will tell you, the world of numismatics is full of surprises. There are coins out there that can be worth so much more than their face value, and the 1999 Jefferson nickel is one of those hidden gems that could be worth thousands of dollars. Now, let's set the stage by taking a step back and talking about the Jefferson nickel itself. First introduced in 1938, the Jefferson nickel is one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. Designed by Felix Schlag, the obverse of the coin features the profile of President Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, while the reverse showcases Monticello, his estate in Virginia. The design has remained largely unchanged for decades, with minor updates over the years, but the general look and feel of the coin has been consistent since its inception. This nickel has become a staple of American currency and has stood the test of time, continuing to be produced year after year. But today, we're focusing specifically on the 1999 Jefferson nickel, a coin that may seem relatively recent but holds surprising value for collectors. So, what makes the 1999 Jefferson nickel stand out in the world of coin collecting? Well, there are a few factors that can greatly impact its value, and we're going to explore them in detail. First and foremost, the condition of the coin plays a major role in determining its worth. As with any collectible, the better the condition of the coin, the more valuable it becomes. A coin that has been well preserved and is free from scratches, dents, or other signs of wear will always fetch a higher price than one that has been heavily circulated. Coins in excellent, uncirculated condition are often sought after by collectors, and they can demand a premium price at auctions or from dealers. So, if you happen to come across a 1999 Jefferson nickel that looks shiny, crisp, and nearly flawless, you could be sitting on a valuable piece of history. But it doesn't stop there. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is the possibility of finding a rare minting error. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the manufacturing process, leading to a coin that is different from the others produced. These errors can range from something as simple as an off-center strike to more complex issues, such as double dies or die cracks. Minting errors are extremely rare, and collectors often go to great lengths to find coins that exhibit these unique flaws. A 1999 Jefferson nickel with a minting error is an incredibly rare find, and if you come across one, you could be holding a coin worth much more than its face value. There are several types of minting errors that can occur with the 1999 Jefferson nickel, and they each have their own impact on the coin's value. For example, if the coin was struck off-center during the minting process, it may have a portion of the design missing or misaligned. This type of error is highly sought after by collectors, and a well-preserved off-center 1999 Jefferson nickel could be worth significantly more than a standard, error-free coin. Other types of minting errors, such as double die strikes, where the design appears twice on the coin, or die cracks, where a crack in the die causes a unique pattern on the coin, can also increase the value of the coin. In addition to minting errors, the rarity of certain varieties of the 1999 Jefferson nickel can also affect its worth. While most of the 1999 nickels were produced in large quantities, there were certain versions of the coin that were minted in smaller numbers. These rarer versions are typically more desirable to collectors, and they can command higher prices. For instance, coins that were produced at a particular mint, or those that feature a special design or feature, can be worth significantly more than others. If you have a 1999 Jefferson nickel that stands out in some way, whether due to its mint mark or another distinguishing feature, you could be holding a highly valuable coin. It's also important to consider the demand for the coin when assessing its value. The world of coin collecting is constantly changing, with new trends emerging and collectors always on the lookout for new pieces to add to their collections. Coins that may not have been highly sought after in the past can suddenly become the focus of intense demand, and their value can rise significantly as a result. If the 1999 Jefferson nickel is in high demand among collectors, the price for the coin could increase accordingly. Demand can fluctuate based on a number of factors, including interest in specific years, minting errors, or even the overall state of the coin market. As a result, the value of the 1999 Jefferson nickel may continue to rise over time, especially if it becomes a hot commodity among collectors. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for, the value of the 1999 Jefferson nickel. Most coins of this type in average circulation are worth, well, 5 cents. However, as we've discussed, the condition of the coin, the presence of any minting errors, and its rarity can all dramatically increase its value. For a 1999 Jefferson nickel in pristine, uncirculated condition, you could expect to see a value of anywhere from $5 to $10. Not bad, right? But hold on, it gets even better. If your 1999 Jefferson nickel features a minting error, such as an off-center strike, double die, or die crack, its value could skyrocket. Depending on the rarity and desirability of the error, your coin could be worth anywhere from $50 to $500 or more. But there's one more factor to consider: the rarity of the coin. If you happen to have a particularly rare variety of the 1999 Jefferson nickel, the value could increase even further. In some cases, rare versions of the coin have sold for thousands of dollars at auction, with the highest prices reaching upwards of $10,000 or more. But there's a special category of coins that collectors will pay top dollar for, and that's the one that stands out above all others: the truly rare and unique find. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1999 Jefferson nickel with a highly desirable minting error or other unique feature, you could be looking at a coin worth an astonishing $40,000. In conclusion, the 1999 Jefferson nickel may seem like just another nickel at first glance, but with the right combination of factors, it could be worth far more than its face value. Whether it's in excellent condition, features a minting error, or is a rare variety, this humble 5-cent coin could turn out to be a valuable addition to your collection. So, the next time you're digging through your change or browsing through your collection, take a moment to examine any 1999 Jefferson nickels you come across. Who knows? You might just have a coin worth $40,000 in your hands. Happy collecting! Top 5. We have something incredibly rare and valuable to explore in the world of numismatics: the United States of America Jefferson nickel 5-cent 1994. Now, when you think of nickels, you might not immediately associate them with high-value collectibles. After all, it's just 5 cents, right? But as we delve deeper into this coin, you'll be amazed by how much it can actually be worth. So, sit tight, because by the end of this video, you'll have a whole new perspective on this seemingly simple coin, and you might just have one in your collection that could make you a small fortune. Let's start with a bit of history. The Jefferson nickel, first minted in 1938, is one of the longest-standing coins in the United States. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features a profile of President Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse side. The reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's estate in Virginia, symbolizing his legacy as one of the founding fathers and an important figure in American history. The Jefferson nickel has become a staple in American coinage, with its classic design staying relatively unchanged for decades. The 1994 version of the Jefferson nickel is a particularly interesting one to examine because, like many coins produced by the U.S. Mint, it has several nuances that can dramatically affect its value. Many people don't realize just how much some of these seemingly ordinary coins can be worth, and that's because the true value of a coin isn't always about its face value, but rather its rarity, condition, and sometimes even the little details that make it unique. So what makes the 1994 Jefferson nickel special, and why is it so valuable to collectors? Well, just like with any coin, the value depends on a number of factors. Let's break it down to understand how much this coin could potentially be worth. One of the first things to consider when evaluating a coin is its condition. If a coin has been heavily circulated, chances are it has scratches, wear, and other signs of damage. Unfortunately, a coin in poor condition is not going to fetch much money. On the flip side, coins that are in excellent condition, often referred to as mint state or uncirculated coins, hold much more value. An uncirculated 1994 Jefferson nickel, for instance, could easily fetch a few dollars. But here's where it gets exciting. The true value of this coin lies in its rarity, its unique features, and of course, any minting errors that may have occurred. Minting errors are the holy grail for collectors, and they can make a coin incredibly valuable. Minting errors happen when something goes wrong during the production process, whether it's a misaligned die, an off-center strike, or an error in the design itself. Minting errors are extremely rare, and when you find one, you've struck gold. And the 1994 Jefferson nickel is no exception. There are certain errors and variations of this coin that can push its value far beyond the standard 5-cent price tag. For example, one of the most common minting errors to look out for is a double die error. A double die occurs when the coin is struck twice by the die, causing the design to appear doubled or misaligned. If you come across a 1994 Jefferson nickel with a noticeable double die, you might be holding onto a coin worth hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars. But double dies aren't the only minting error that can increase the value of a coin. Another error that can make the 1994 Jefferson nickel more valuable is a planchet error, which occurs when the metal used for the coin is defective in some way. This can result in a coin that has a unique appearance, such as a misstruck or off-center design. Planchet errors are incredibly rare, and if you happen to find a 1994 Jefferson nickel with this type of error, it could be worth much more than its face value. Beyond errors, there are other factors that influence the value of a coin. For instance, the mint mark on the coin can make a difference. The United States Mint produces coins at several different locations, each of which is identified by a mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint is usually responsible for producing coins without a mint mark, while the Denver Mint uses the D mint mark and the San Francisco Mint uses the S mint mark. Coins minted in smaller quantities at certain mints can be rarer and more valuable, especially if they were produced during a particularly limited run. For the 1994 Jefferson nickel, the mint mark could indicate whether the coin was produced at the Philadelphia or Denver Mint. Generally speaking, coins with mint marks from the Denver Mint tend to be more valuable, simply because they are produced in larger quantities and therefore more common. However, if you happen to have a 1994 Jefferson nickel with a rare mint mark or a limited production, its value could be significantly higher than a standard version of the coin. Now, let's talk about the overall demand for the 1994 Jefferson nickel. As any coin collector will tell you, the market for certain coins can fluctuate depending on demand. Some coins experience a surge in popularity over time, which causes their value to increase dramatically. If demand for the 1994 Jefferson nickel increases, either due to a surge in interest from collectors or because of a sudden discovery of rare minting errors, the price for these coins could rise even further. At the end of the day, the 1994 Jefferson nickel is more than just a simple 5-cent coin. It's a piece of history, a potential investment, and a treasure waiting to be discovered by collectors around the world. Whether it's in excellent condition, features a minting error, or has a rare mint mark, this coin can become a highly valuable asset in any collection. So, you may be wondering, how much is the 1994 Jefferson nickel really worth? While most of these coins are worth only 5 cents if they're in average condition, a 1994 Jefferson nickel in uncirculated condition can be worth a few dollars. If you're lucky enough to come across a coin with a minting error or a rare variety, the value could climb much higher. For a coin in excellent condition with no errors, you might expect to see a price tag of anywhere from $10 to $20. However, if your 1994 Jefferson nickel features a rare error or is part of a particularly valuable variety, you could be looking at a coin worth anywhere from $100 to $500 or even more. But here's the kicker. The true potential of the 1994 Jefferson nickel lies in the possibility of finding a truly rare specimen. If you happen to own a 1994 Jefferson nickel with an exceptionally rare minting error or one of the more sought-after varieties, it could be worth a jaw-dropping $45,000. Yes, you heard that right, $45,000 for a single nickel. In conclusion, the 1994 Jefferson nickel may seem like just another 5-cent coin, but for collectors, it represents an opportunity to find something truly valuable. Whether it's due to its excellent condition, a rare minting error, or its overall rarity, this nickel could be worth far more than you ever imagined. So the next time you're going through your spare change or browsing through coin shops, keep your eyes peeled for the 1994 Jefferson nickel. You never know. You could be holding on to a coin worth $45,000. Happy collecting. Top 6. The United States of America Jefferson nickel, 5 cents, minted in 1993. While the Jefferson nickel is a staple of everyday life, many people don't realize how much value this particular coin can hold. This video will explore the remarkable potential of the 1993 Jefferson nickel and why it could be worth far more than its face value. By the end of this video, you will be surprised at the sheer worth this nickel could have in the world of coin collecting. First, let's take a look at the history behind the Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, and it's one of the longest-standing coins in the United States. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features a portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side and his estate, Monticello, on the reverse. Jefferson was the third president of the United States and one of the founding fathers, known for his key role in drafting the Declaration of Independence. His legacy is immortalized on this iconic nickel. Now, when we focus specifically on the 1993 version of the Jefferson nickel, there's more to it than meets the eye. The 1993 minting represents one of those years in the series that may seem like just another production year at first glance. However, for coin collectors, it holds a specific place in the overall history of the Jefferson nickel series. The design and details of this coin are just the beginning of what makes it valuable. The true worth comes from the condition of the coin, its rarity, and, importantly, any unique characteristics or errors it may have. One of the main factors that contribute to the value of any coin is its condition. A coin's grade plays a significant role in determining how much it will fetch on the market. Coins that are in excellent condition, often referred to as mint state or uncirculated, are highly sought after. The 1993 Jefferson nickel is no exception. If you happen to come across one in near-perfect condition, you're in luck. A coin that has been preserved in mint state or uncirculated condition will be worth far more than one that has been circulated heavily. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Beyond just its condition, the true value of a coin like the 1993 Jefferson nickel can also be influenced by something called a minting error. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production of the coin, and these errors can make a coin incredibly rare and valuable. Some errors happen during the die striking process, while others occur because of problems with the planchet, the blank metal disc the coin is struck on. These errors are often not immediately noticed, making the coin even more valuable if discovered later on. In the case of the 1993 Jefferson nickel, there are a few specific minting errors that can increase its worth exponentially. One of the most common types of errors that collectors look for is the double die error. A double die occurs when the coin is struck multiple times by the die, resulting in a misalignment that causes the design to appear doubled. If you happen to find a 1993 Jefferson nickel with a noticeable double die, you could be holding onto something truly valuable. Double die errors are rare and highly sought after by collectors. In addition to double die errors, another type of error that can add to the value of the 1993 Jefferson nickel is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is struck off-center, meaning the design does not align properly with the edge of the coin. Off-center strikes are also relatively rare and can cause the coin to have an interesting appearance that collectors find appealing. If you come across a 1993 Jefferson nickel with an off-center strike, it could be worth significantly more than a regular, well-struck coin. But it's not just about the errors. Another important aspect of the 1993 Jefferson nickel is its rarity in certain conditions. While the U.S. Mint produces millions of coins every year, some years, including 1993, have lower mintage numbers. Fewer coins being minted means that there are fewer coins in circulation today, and that can drive up demand for those coins. When demand outstrips supply, prices rise. As a result, coins from certain years, including the 1993 Jefferson nickel, can become valuable simply because they are harder to find in high-quality condition. The mint mark on the coin is also an important detail to consider when determining its value. For the 1993 Jefferson nickel, the mint mark is crucial in identifying where the coin was struck. The Philadelphia Mint does not use a mint mark for its coins, while the Denver Mint uses a D mint mark. Coins with different mint marks can be more valuable than others, especially if they were produced in lower numbers. So, depending on where the 1993 Jefferson nickel was minted, it could be more valuable than others. Now, let's talk about how all of these factors come together to determine the price of the 1993 Jefferson nickel. Most coins of this year, in average circulated condition, are worth only a few cents above their face value, about 10 to 20 cents at best. However, as with all coins, it's the uncirculated, error-struck, or rare variety coins that truly hold the value. If you happen to find a 1993 Jefferson nickel that is in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could fetch around $5 to $10. If the coin has a rare minting error, like a double die or off-center strike, the value could shoot up significantly. But here's where it gets really exciting. If your 1993 Jefferson nickel happens to have a combination of factors, such as being in excellent condition, being a rare variety, or having a minting error, it could be worth a lot more. In fact, it could be worth an incredible $48,000. Yes, you heard that right, $48. $0.000 for a single nickel. That's the kind of value a rare, error-free, or unique 1993 Jefferson nickel could hold in the right market. And it could make all the difference for collectors looking to complete their collections or make a major investment. In conclusion, the 1993 Jefferson nickel may seem like just another ordinary coin, but as we've seen today, it holds incredible potential for those who know what to look for. Whether it's in mint state, features a rare minting error, or comes from a limited mintage, the value of this coin can far exceed its face value. So, if you come across a 1993 Jefferson nickel, take a closer look. It could very well be worth $48,000. Thank you for joining us today, and remember, keep searching, because the next great find could be right in your pocket. Happy collecting! Top 7. The United States of America Jefferson nickel, 5 cents, minted in 1993. While the Jefferson nickel is a staple of everyday life, many people don't realize how much value this particular coin can hold. This video will explore the remarkable potential of the 1993 Jefferson nickel and why it could be worth far more than its face value. By the end of this video, you will be surprised at the sheer worth this nickel could have in the world of coin collecting. First, let's take a look at the history behind the Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, and it's one of the longest-standing coins in the United States. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features a portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side and his estate, Monticello, on the reverse. Jefferson was the third president of the United States and one of the founding fathers, known for his key role in drafting the Declaration of Independence. His legacy is immortalized on this iconic nickel. Now, when we focus specifically on the 1993 version of the Jefferson nickel, there's more to it than meets the eye. The 1993 minting represents one of those years in the series that may seem like just another production year at first glance. However, for coin collectors, it holds a specific place in the overall history of the Jefferson nickel series. The design and details of this coin are just the beginning of what makes it valuable. The true worth comes from the condition of the coin, its rarity, and, importantly, any unique characteristics or errors it may have. One of the main factors that contribute to the value of any coin is its condition. A coin's grade plays a significant role in determining how much it will fetch on the market. Coins that are in excellent condition, often referred to as mint state or uncirculated, are highly sought after. The 1993 Jefferson nickel is no exception. If you happen to come across one in near-perfect condition, you're in luck. A coin that has been preserved in mint state or uncirculated condition will be worth far more than one that has been circulated heavily. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Beyond just its condition, the true value of a coin like the 1993 Jefferson nickel can also be influenced by something called a minting error. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production of the coin, and these errors can make a coin incredibly rare and valuable. Some errors happen during the die striking process, while others occur because of problems with the planchet, the blank metal disc the coin is struck on. These errors are often not immediately noticed, making the coin even more valuable if discovered later on. In the case of the 1993 Jefferson nickel, there are a few specific minting errors that can increase its worth exponentially. One of the most common types of errors that collectors look for is the double die error. A double die occurs when the coin is struck multiple times by the die, resulting in a misalignment that causes the design to appear doubled. If you happen to find a 1993 Jefferson nickel with a noticeable double die, you could be holding onto something truly valuable. Double die errors are rare and highly sought after by collectors. In addition to double die errors, another type of error that can add to the value of the 1993 Jefferson nickel is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is struck off-center, meaning the design does not align properly with the edge of the coin. Off-center strikes are also relatively rare and can cause the coin to have an interesting appearance that collectors find appealing. If you come across a 1993 Jefferson nickel with an off-center strike, it could be worth significantly more than a regular, well-struck coin. But it's not just about the errors. Another important aspect of the 1993 Jefferson nickel is its rarity in certain conditions. While the U.S. Mint produces millions of coins every year, some years, including 1993, have lower mintage numbers. Fewer coins being minted means that there are fewer coins in circulation today, and that can drive up demand for those coins. When demand outstrips supply, prices rise. As a result, coins from certain years, including the 1993 Jefferson nickel, can become valuable simply because they are harder to find in high-quality condition. The mint mark on the coin is also an important detail to consider when determining its value. For the 1993 Jefferson nickel, the mint mark is crucial in identifying where the coin was struck. The Philadelphia Mint does not use a mint mark for its coins, while the Denver Mint uses a D-mint mark. Coins with different mint marks can be more valuable than others, especially if they were produced in lower numbers. So, depending on where the 1993 Jefferson nickel was minted, it could be more valuable than others. Now, let's talk about how all of these factors come together to determine the price of the 1993 Jefferson nickel. Most coins of this year, in average circulated condition, are worth only a few cents above their face value, about 10 to 20 cents at best. However, as with all coins, it's the uncirculated, error-struck, or rare variety coins that truly hold the value. If you happen to find a 1993 Jefferson nickel that is in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could fetch around $5 to $10. If the coin has a rare minting error, like a double die or off-center strike, the value could shoot up significantly. But here's where it gets really exciting. If your 1993 Jefferson nickel happens to have a combination of factors, such as being in excellent condition, being a rare variety, or having a minting error, it could be worth a lot more. In fact, it could be worth an incredible $48,000. Yes, you heard that right, $48,000 for a single nickel. That's the kind of value a rare, error-free, or unique 1993 Jefferson nickel could hold in the right market. And it could make all the difference for collectors looking to complete their collections or make a major investment. In conclusion, the 1993 Jefferson nickel may seem like just another ordinary coin, but as we've seen today, it holds incredible potential for those who know what to look for. Whether it's in mint state, features a rare minting error, or comes from a limited mintage, the value of this coin can far exceed its face value. So, if you come across a 1993 Jefferson nickel, take a closer look. It could very well be worth $48,000. Thank you for joining us today, and remember, keep searching, because the next great find could be right in your pocket. Happy collecting! Top 8. We're going to explore one of the most fascinating and potentially valuable coins in U.S. history, the Jefferson nickel, minted in 1986. While most people think of nickels as just 5-cent pieces that we use for small purchases, there's so much more to these little coins than meets the eye. Specifically, the 1986 Jefferson nickel is a hidden treasure in the world of numismatics. And if you're a coin collector or just getting into the hobby, you'll want to pay close attention. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this particular nickel could be worth a lot more than you think, with a value that may even surprise you. Let's start with a bit of history. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, and over the years, it has undergone several design changes. The most iconic aspect of the coin is the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse, or front side of the coin. On the reverse, we find an image of Jefferson's home, Monticello, which symbolizes his contributions to the founding of this great nation. The design has remained largely consistent, with only minor tweaks to the minting process and details over the years. Now, what makes the 1986 Jefferson nickel stand out in the vast world of coins? Well, despite its age and the fact that millions of these coins were produced, the 1986 version holds something special. As with many coins, there are factors that determine how much a specific year and mint mark can be worth. The rarity, condition, and any errors in the minting process are all things that collectors look for, and these factors can drastically increase a coin's value. Let's talk about rarity first. The U.S. Mint produces a large number of coins each year, and while that means most coins are easy to come by, it also means that some years are more scarce than others. For the 1986 Jefferson nickel, the mintage numbers were fairly high. However, it's not about the total number of coins minted. It's about the condition those coins are in today. Many of the 1986 nickels were circulated extensively, which means they may have been worn down, scratched, or damaged over time. But for collectors, finding a coin in excellent condition is key to unlocking its true potential value. Speaking of condition, let's dive into how important it is for a coin to be in good shape. A coin's condition, often referred to as its grade, plays a huge role in determining its value. If the coin has been preserved in mint state, meaning it has little to no signs of wear, then it is worth far more than a coin that has been in circulation for many years. For the 1986 Jefferson nickel, finding one in mint state is relatively rare, which is why these coins are highly sought after by collectors. When you have a coin in pristine condition, it could be worth much more than its face value. But there's another factor that can make a coin even more valuable: minting errors. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process at the U.S. Mint. These errors can make a coin rare and highly valuable, especially if they are caught early and not circulated. For the 1986 Jefferson nickel, there are a few common minting errors that collectors are on the lookout for. One of the most notable errors is the double die error, which occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, causing the image to appear twice. This can result in a very noticeable double image on the coin, which makes it stand out from others. Double die errors are rare, but when they do occur, they can dramatically increase the value of a coin. Another type of error that can make a 1986 Jefferson nickel more valuable is an off-center strike. An off-center strike happens when the coin is not aligned properly during the minting process, causing part of the design to be missing or misaligned. This makes the coin visually unique, and collectors often pay a premium for coins with noticeable off-center strikes. So, if you find a 1986 Jefferson nickel with one of these errors, you could be sitting on a coin worth far more than its face value. Additionally, it's important to consider the mint mark on the coin. Mint marks indicate where the coin was struck, and the 1986 Jefferson nickel could have been minted at either the Philadelphia Mint or the Denver Mint. The mint mark, or lack thereof, can affect the value of the coin, with some collectors preferring coins from specific mints. The Philadelphia Mint coins are typically more common, but certain mint marks can still hold special value depending on the coin's condition and rarity. So, how much is the 1986 Jefferson nickel really worth? While a typical, circulated 1986 nickel might only be worth 5 cents, coins that are in excellent condition or feature minting errors can be worth significantly more. In fact, some of the highest quality 1986 Jefferson nickels, especially those with minting errors, can fetch prices in the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But the excitement doesn't stop there. A coin in truly exceptional condition, combined with a rare minting error or a unique feature, could be worth an astounding amount. Some collectors have reported selling rare 1986 Jefferson nickels for upwards of $60,000. Yes, you heard that right, a single coin worth $60,000. That's the kind of hidden treasure that can turn your coin collection into something truly valuable. Now, let's take a moment to consider why the 1986 Jefferson nickel, in particular, has gained so much attention in the world of coin collecting. As with many collectibles, certain years stand out because they are often the last of a specific series or a unique moment in history. The 1986 Jefferson nickel may not be the rarest coin on its own, but when combined with a high mint state or a minting error, it becomes something truly special. It's a piece of history that connects collectors with the past, while also offering the potential for significant financial reward. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who enjoys the thrill of hunting for rare coins, keep an eye out for the 1986 Jefferson nickel. You might just find that one special coin that could turn your collection into a small fortune. With its potential for minting errors, historical significance, and the possibility of high-value finds, the 1986 Jefferson nickel is a coin that's definitely worth looking into. And if you're fortunate enough to find one in pristine condition or with an error, you could be sitting on a coin worth up to $60,000. That's right, $60,000. So, get out there, check your coin collections, and start searching your spare change, because you might just have a rare treasure waiting for you. Happy hunting, and thanks for watching. Top 9. We're diving deep into one of the most interesting and potentially valuable coins in modern U.S. history, the Jefferson nickel from 1985. While it might seem like just another nickel in your pocket, there's so much more to this coin than meets the eye. By the end of this video, you'll understand why the 1985 Jefferson nickel could be worth significantly more than its 5-cent face value. So, let's explore the fascinating world of this coin and discover why it might be hiding a treasure trove of value. The Jefferson nickel has been part of American coinage since 1938, and throughout its history, this nickel has gone through various design changes. It features the profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. On the obverse, and on the reverse, we see an image of his beloved estate, Monticello. Over time, the Jefferson nickel has become a staple in American currency, but it also holds a special place in the hearts of collectors who seek rare versions of the coin. Now, let's talk about the 1985 Jefferson nickel. It might not immediately sound like the most exciting coin to own, but there are some specific factors that make the 1985 version a noteworthy piece in the world of numismatics. Let's break it down. First, we'll look at the rarity of the 1985 Jefferson nickel. Although millions of these coins were minted in 1985, what really matters is how many are still out there in good condition. Over the years, many of these coins have circulated extensively, which means they've been subjected to wear and tear, leading to faded images and loss of detail. A coin in poor condition, unfortunately, doesn't hold much value. However, coins that have been carefully preserved and kept in mint condition are far rarer and far more valuable. Now, when it comes to collecting coins, condition is everything. The value of a coin is largely determined by its grade, which indicates how well the coin has been preserved. Coins are graded on a scale, from poor to mint state, and those in mint state are far more desirable to collectors. A 1985 Jefferson nickel that has been kept in excellent condition, with little to no wear, can command a much higher price. This is where the real value lies. Coins that are in near-perfect condition, with sharp, clear details, are considered rare and can fetch a premium price in the market. But there's more to the story. Coin collectors also look for coins that have been struck with errors during the minting process. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production of the coin. These errors can make a coin unique and highly valuable. For the 1985 Jefferson nickel, a few specific errors can really set it apart. One of the most exciting types of errors is the double die error, which happens when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned. This causes the design to be struck more than once, creating a noticeable doubling effect on the image. Double die errors are highly coveted by collectors and can significantly increase the value of the coin. Another type of error to look out for is an off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is not perfectly aligned in the press, resulting in a design that's shifted off-center. An off-center strike gives the coin a unique and distinct look that collectors love. If you happen to find a 1985 Jefferson nickel with an off-center strike, you could be in for a real windfall. The 1985 Jefferson nickel also has significance due to its place in history. The coin was struck during a time when the U.S. economy was transitioning and facing new challenges. This period of economic change makes the 1985 coin an interesting piece to own, as it represents a pivotal time in American history. For many collectors, owning a coin from this era brings a sense of connection to the past, while also offering the potential for financial gain. What really makes the 1985 Jefferson nickel stand out, though, is its potential for an incredible return on investment. While most Jefferson nickels from 1985 are worth only 5 cents, the rarer ones, those in excellent condition or with minting errors, can be worth far more. In fact, some of the most valuable 1985 Jefferson nickels have been sold for staggering amounts of money. When you look at the right 1985 Jefferson nickel, it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. That's right, you could have a nickel in your collection that's worth more than many people's entire coin collection. With the right combination of rarity, minting errors, and pristine condition, these coins have been known to sell for anywhere from several thousand to tens of thousands of dollars. For example, a well-preserved 1985 Jefferson nickel with a rare double die error or off-center strike could be worth an eye-popping $63,000. That's right, $63,000 for a single 5-cent coin. It's absolutely amazing to think that something as small and seemingly insignificant as a nickel could have such a huge value. This is what makes coin collecting so exciting. It's the thrill of finding hidden treasures and discovering coins that could be worth far more than you ever imagined. So, how do you find one of these valuable 1985 Jefferson nickels? The first step is to check your coin collection carefully. If you've been collecting nickels for years or have a jar of loose change lying around, now is the time to go through it and look for that perfect 1985 coin. Make sure to examine the condition closely. Coins that are worn down or heavily damaged won't hold much value, but those in mint condition or with noticeable errors could be your ticket to a small fortune. In addition to checking your own collection, it's also a great idea to visit coin shops, coin shows, and online auction sites to see if you can find a rare 1985 Jefferson nickel. These coins are highly sought after, so it may take some time to track one down, but the effort could be well worth it. If you happen to find a high-grade 1985 Jefferson nickel with a minting error, you could be sitting on a gold mine. The 1985 Jefferson nickel is an incredible piece of U.S. coinage that holds the potential to turn your coin collection into something truly valuable. Whether it's the rarity, the minting errors, or the pristine condition, there's no denying the appeal of this coin to collectors. If you have the patience and the passion for collecting, you may just find that the 1985 Jefferson nickel could be worth more than you ever imagined. Next time you're out hunting for rare coins or going through your change, keep an eye out for the 1985 Jefferson nickel. If you're lucky enough to find one in exceptional condition or with a minting error, you could have a coin worth $63,000 in your hands. Yes, that's right, $63,000 for a single 5-cent coin. So, get out there and start searching because that treasure could be closer than you think. Top 10. We're going to dive into the world of rare U.S. coins, and specifically, we'll be focusing on a hidden gem that may just be sitting in your collection or your spare change right now, the 1974 Jefferson nickel. Although this coin might look like a simple 5-cent piece, there's so much more to it than meets the eye. For collectors, this nickel has a special place in the world of numismatics, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why the 1974 Jefferson nickel could be worth far more than its face value. Stick with us, because you won't want to miss out on this fascinating journey into the world of rare coins. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, and it's one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. This coin features the profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse, while the reverse shows an image of his home, Monticello, in Virginia. Over the years, the design has undergone several changes, but it remains a symbol of American history and pride. Most of us are familiar with the standard Jefferson nickel, but did you know that some years of this coin are much more valuable than others? And the 1974 Jefferson nickel is one of those years. In 1974, millions of Jefferson nickels were minted, but not all of them are created equal. As with any coin, the value of a 1974 Jefferson nickel depends on factors such as condition, rarity, and potential errors. Most of the 1974 Jefferson nickels you'll find today are worth exactly 5 cents, but there are a few rare versions of this coin that have captured the attention of collectors and are worth far more than their face value. These coins are not only significant because of their history, but also because of their rarity and the stories behind them. Let's start by discussing the rarity of the 1974 Jefferson nickel. Like most coins, the value of a 1974 Jefferson nickel can vary depending on how many are still out there in excellent condition. Over the years, many of these nickels have circulated and been subjected to wear and tear. Coins that have been handled frequently may have scratches, dings, or faded designs, which can lower their value. However, coins that have been kept in pristine condition, those with sharp details and no visible damage, are much rarer and far more valuable. If you happen to have a 1974 Jefferson nickel that has been well preserved, you could be holding on to something special. One of the main factors that determine the value of a coin is its grade. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, and the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin is. For a 1974 Jefferson nickel, coins that are in uncirculated or near mint condition are highly sought after. These coins have minimal signs of wear and are considered far more valuable than those that show significant signs of use. A coin in mint condition can command a premium price in the market, and the 1974 Jefferson nickel is no exception. But there's more to the 1974 Jefferson nickel than just its condition. Coin collectors and investors alike look for specific types of minting errors that can make a coin much more valuable. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production of the coin, and these errors can result in unique and rare versions of the coin. For the 1974 Jefferson nickel, there are a few errors that are particularly sought after by collectors. One of the most coveted types of errors for the 1974 Jefferson nickel is the double die error. This occurs when the coin's design is struck more than once, resulting in a doubling effect on the images. Double die errors can be particularly noticeable on the date and inscriptions, and they create a dramatic and distinct look that collectors love. If you have a 1974 Jefferson nickel with a double die error, it could be worth a significant amount more than a regular nickel. Another error to watch out for is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, causing the design to be shifted off-center. An off-center strike gives the coin a unique look, and collectors are always on the lookout for coins with this type of error. The rarer the error, the higher the value of the coin. If you're lucky enough to find a 1974 Jefferson nickel with an off-center strike, you could have a valuable piece in your collection. Additionally, certain 1974 Jefferson nickels are considered rarer due to their place in history. The 1974 coin was struck during a time of economic change in the United States. The nation was facing challenges and uncertainties, and this time period is reflected in the coins minted during this era. For many collectors, owning a 1974 Jefferson nickel provides a tangible connection to the past and to a crucial moment in American history. This historical significance adds an extra layer of value to the coin. Now, you may be wondering how much your 1974 Jefferson nickel could actually be worth. While most of the coins from this year are worth only 5 cents, the rarer versions, those in excellent condition or with minting errors, can fetch much higher prices. A regular 1974 Jefferson nickel in good condition might be worth a few dollars, but if you have one in pristine condition or with a minting error, you could be looking at a coin worth thousands of dollars. Yes, thousands. In fact, some of the most valuable 1974 Jefferson nickels have been sold for amounts that will blow your mind. A 1974 Jefferson nickel in near mint condition with a rare minting error can be worth as much as $75,000. That's right, $75,000 for a 5-cent coin. This is the kind of money that can turn a coin collection into a small fortune. Imagine finding a single coin in your collection or in your pocket change that could be worth that much. So, how do you go about finding one of these valuable 1974 Jefferson nickels? The first step is to thoroughly inspect your coin collection or any spare change you may have lying around. Look closely at your 1974 Jefferson nickels to see if you have one in excellent condition. If the coin shows signs of wear and tear, it may not be worth much, but if it's in near mint condition, it could be a hidden treasure. Pay special attention to any doubling on the design or if the image appears off-center. These are signs of minting errors that can increase the coin's value significantly. If you're serious about finding a valuable 1974 Jefferson nickel, it's also a good idea to visit coin shops, attend coin shows, or check online auction sites. Many rare coins are sold through these channels, and you may find the perfect 1974 Jefferson nickel to add to your collection. However, be prepared to do some research and know what you're looking for. Coin dealers and collectors are always on the lookout for rare coins, and prices can fluctuate depending on the rarity and condition of the coin. The 1974 Jefferson nickel is an incredible coin with the potential to become a highly valuable part of your collection. Whether it's the rarity, the historical significance, or the potential for minting errors, this coin has a lot to offer. If you're fortunate enough to find a 1974 Jefferson nickel in excellent condition or with a minting error, you could be holding on to a coin worth up to $75,000. So, the next time you're flipping through your spare change or examining your coin collection, keep an eye out for this rare and valuable piece of American history. Who knows, you might just strike it rich with a single nickel.